Greetings, I'm Rob Chappers.
And I'm the Sasquatch.
He's the Sasquatchy Bigfoot Yeti man who supplies you goods in Guildford in England.
And why, you may be wondering, is the captain referring to himself as the Sasquatch? And that's because the next range of pedals that we're about to demo are from the wonderful people from a company called BigFoot Engineering.
Ooh. Tell me about BigFoot Engineering, Lee.
So BigFoot Engineering, now these guys may actually just about now hold the new world record for the closest supplier to Andertons that we actually do deal with. As Reese, the guy that makes this stuff, is in a town called Horsham, which is about I don't know, Horsham. You know where Horsham is, don't you?
Horsham.
Yes, it's where whores shampoo themselves a lot, hence the name Horsham. No, for any residents of Horsham, that's not why it's called that.
Very inappropriately, but continue with your story about this pedal company.
Okay, so they're not very far from Guildford, and Reese, a young guy with lots of background in electronics, and a few years ago started making his own pedals.
Ooh.
So there are 5 pedals in this wondrous range at the moment. I love the graphics, I love the kind of vibe, sort of all very understated, all very old school sort of looking, but basically we're in sort of oldie worldy stuff. So we've got a treble booster.
No, it's a trouble booster.
They've got great names. So a treble booster, a Fuzz, king of fuzzes. We've got a Thunderpup, which is basically like a dual gain stage preamp pedal. And then we've got an Octopus, which is a really cool passive octave up pedal.
Sick.
And then we've got the Octopus Prime,
Oh!
which is the octave and the fuzz in one
Oh,
pedal.
that's going to be sick.
So, in no particular order,
Fuzz.
we're starting with the King Fuzz. These are straight out the cat display cabinet at Andertons, hence the fact that we've got prices on them. So look, you can even see. So here's that's our clean reference tone, cleanish reference tone. And I'm just going to dial them in and you can have a little bit of a play. So
Do it, buddy.
This is the Fuzz. Notice how, like,
that's great.
Just, squidged up and rangy the sort of
Can
pedal
I
goes
say it's
when
competing
on.
with the Thunderclaw for my favourite kind of growly riff fuzz pedal?
Yeah, I mean, what I really like about this is how much of a sort of a usable, kind of just nice gainy boost pedal it is with the gain round about here, and then as you get up round about 1/2 to 3/4, it goes into real fat flabby fuzz territory. Fat flabby fuzz. Feed the pony.
Don't say feed the pony randomly in our videos.
Do it again.
Nice juicy harmonics.
Yeah, I love all that.
Flying around.
I don't even know if it's designed to do this, but if I gun it out completely. And
that's
actually,
great.
listen how quiet it is when it's not being played as well.
Well, it's a bit like a drum machine
Now, again, it is a noisy switch on that, but I've got a feeling now, some of you are going to, if you buy these, some of you are going to go, I better turn it on. You're going to go, I've got a faulty gain pot.
No, it's a scratching.
And But the reason the switch and the gain pot on this are a bit noisier is something that Reese from BigFoot can explain properly. So I'll put a link to his website in the in the description section here below. But it's something to do with the components that are used and the way some sort of voltage is discharged or whatever as components used. I'm honestly not making it up to sort of try and disguise why it's got a scratchy pot. There's quite a few pedals that we sell that have the same components in them that do that
Lee,
sort of scratchy thing.
could you just do that when I say? Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
So anyway, I'm sure one of the clever YouTube people that watch this will put a link in one of the comments as to why it is that these do that. So that's the King Fuzz, which I really like. Next is
a green one.
What BigFoot very coolly refer to as the Thunderpup. So this is basically a dual sort of gain stage pedal. Now they essentially have a switch on the front here, which I kind of like, which is the idea is, do you want it to sound like a little amp or do you want it to sound like a big amp? Which I kind of think that's kind of really cool basic terminology that we'll all sort of understand. So we'll start with, again, our clean tone, and then we'll just do the little amp, then the big amp.
That's great.
Sounded...
Oh, that's interesting. That's really nice, because it's just adding enough of the thing that you need it to add.
It almost taketh away in some sense. Of
first it giveth, then it taketh away. But what that does is it adds bits that you want to add into an amplifier tone rather than bits you don't. Nice.
Do you want to try the big amp?
Yeah, big amp.
Do it. I wonder if rather than little amp, big amp, it's more talking about the size of cabinet that it is. Because just the big amp just seems to have a bit more bass in on the bottom, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like a 412 against a 212.
So if I leave the pedal pretty gunned.
Tasty.
Really quiet as well when they're not being played, aren't they?
Oh yeah, it is.
So that's that one. The next one I know Rob is going to love, particularly into this amplifier, because the next one, and again, best name ever, because you just think the treble booster is such a kind of iconic classic name, and it's been called all sorts of things. I think the Electro Harmonics one's called a Screaming Bird and all that kind of stuff. But surely this is the best name ever. The treble booster.
Oh my god. I have to tell you about something.
What?
And I love the fact that I was cued with Screaming Bird.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of these things called pet bands?
No.
Okay. There's a band called Hatebeak.
Hatebeak?
Hatebeak. And Hatebeak is a metal band, and the front vocalist is a parrot.
An actual parrot?
An actual parrot. And he's like, wah! 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 And it's like, wah! It's absolutely amazing.
Are they playing, any of the big festivals this year?
No, they don't play live. They're an album band. They're members of other successful bands.
Is that because the singer would just fly away if they?
All it is clearly a bunch of really successful bands got together and went, right, just like get a Domino's in. Let's have a bit of play. Oh, why don't we have a band?
Is that what Chickenfoot is?
You got a parrot, mate.
Is that a?
That's not what Chickenfoot is. But then there's another band. My promoter was telling, my booking agent manager was telling me about this. So Hatebeak was one band that got invented. Someone saw that and went, oh, we'll have Caninus.
Caninus?
Caninus is a band fronted by a dog. And
yes.
It is literally like, oh, 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 oh.
That sounds like most of those bands anyway, so it's probably just about the same.
It's really, really awesome.
Well, I'm going to look them up. Go and look up some pet bands.
Hatebeak, but it reminded me of when we did...
Hooded Beak.
The Hooded Beak.
The Hooded Beak. We wrote a song for Hooded Beak and everything, didn't we?
I wrote that in 3 minutes. Nighthawk Defender of the Week! Nighthawk!
No, you're going to have to go and rewatch the Hooded Beak's video just for fun.
I wonder what happened to the Hooded Beak.
I don't know. I tell you, with great power comes great responsibility. So,
Defender of the
basically,
week.
He just became a raging alcoholic, didn't he? It
looked like that was the case.
Entire life in and out of Betty Ford Clinic.
Betty Ford.
Anyway, so treble booster or trouble booster is going to work great into this amplifier because essentially what we're going to do is going to gun the amp a little bit more, and then we're going to whack this in over the top to just sort of send it into our sort of screaming, loving beauty juice tones. Start with it in normal. All right, cool. So start playing some. Amazing Brighton Rocks thing that you were... No, We Will Rock You thing yesterday that you were playing.
We Will Rock You?
Yeah,
okay, hold on. Let me adjust the position of my guitar.
Adjust the position.
Sounds great.
That sounds just fab, doesn't it?
It does.
And I don't know if it's because we buy these pedals direct from BigFoot and they are only about 5 minutes away from Andertons, but the pricing for handmade pedals is pretty good.
I reckon that would work well in Hatebeak. Sick.
I like it a lot.
Practical
now,
too.
The next pedal I'm going to use with the King Fuzz because it's kind of... This one I had to have explained to me in great depth. It's an Ewok. So the Octopus has got no battery and no mains input or anything like that. It is a passive circuit octave up pedal.
Sick.
Just wait for the ice cream van to go away.
Ice cream van. Ice cream van. Can I just say,
what?
How many pedals have we gone, well, where do you plug
Yeah,
in?
I know.
And it says here in big letters, input.
I know. I'm so happy that the guys at BigFoot do that. Can you all do that, please, pedal manufacturers? There'll be some bright spark on the interweb saying, well, don't you know that every single pedal, the input's on the right and the output's on the left? And maybe
that's not true.
Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. I don't know, but I always forget that, and it's nice to know.
So,
now, the reason I'm plugging the King Fuzz in here is so this is a completely passive circuit, and so what it really wants is a buffered output fuzz pedal going into it so that you know you're getting enough sort of level into it. Now, the reason Reese at BigFoot, you can either buy the Octopus Prime, which is a fuzz and Octopus in one pedal, Or if you've got your own kind of favourite classic fuzz pedal and you just want to add sort of Hendrixy octave up stuff to it, you can use the Octopus then after any sort of buffered fuzz pedal that you might have.
That's amazing.
So we've got this set up here with King of Fuzz and the Octopus. Now, we don't actually even need to have the Octopus kind of, the King of Fuzz on. It's just, I'm just using this to just make sure that I'm getting a buffered sort of level into the Octopus.
So
now this is the downside because it's not powered. There's no LED light. So that's my only real criticism of this is that apart from hearing it, you don't know whether it's on or not. So.
Just great.
So it's incredibly sensitive to the input that it's receiving. So how you pick, what pickups you're using, what fuzz pedal you might use in front of it is all going to determine that beautiful organic weirdness about how these kind of pedals, this pedal reacts. So I'm going to put the King Fuzz on as well. It's very cool, isn't it?
Good.
Very, very cool. So what we can very quickly do is just whiz over to the Octopus Prime because essentially that is the fuzz and the Octopus in one pedal. But as I said before, if you've got a fuzz pedal, you've got your favourite big muff or whatever it happens to be, what's the like a bone tender or a tone bender or something like that, and you just think, I just want to add the Octave on, this is how you do it. These are in stock at Andertons right now. There is free delivery on the whole range if you live in the UK. If you can't find any of the pedals that if you live in a country where you just can't find any of these pedals locally, do remember that it is incredibly cheap for Andertons to ship pedals anywhere in the world. And the beauty with pedals is they all either work on batteries or sort of 9-volt power supplies, so you don't have to worry about the fact that maybe you live in a country with a different voltage to Andertons or anything like that.
Let me go through some pickup selections while you dial that.
To get a wah and an octave thing to sort of really, perhaps it's because the pedals sort of work too similarly.
No, we overloaded the input.
Is that what we do?
Yeah, but it sounded great.
It does sound
sometimes
sick,
failure sounds great. Well, that's what fuzz is. It's failure.
Well, it's just early, isn't it? It's just anyway. Look, So that's our little run through of Bigfoot. There are more videos on Bigfoot's own channel if you just want a bit more in-depth information about these. Or, of course, better still, come to Andertons and plug one in and check one out. But there
Better
you
still,
are.
buy them all and then make your own choice.
Proud to be British.
Yes.
You know, we do make good stuff. So anyway, I've been the Captain.
I've been Chappers. Bye.